This is a story of love that refused to let go, titled Beneath the Same Sky. On a rainy Monday morning in bustling Lagos, Maya Akini, a focused, introverted architect in her late 20s, rushed into a packed coffee shop in Victoria Island to shelter from the downpour. Her dark green blazer was soaked at the edges, and her sketches were nearly ruined. As she struggled to find a seat, a man at the corner table waved her over. David Adebayo, a free-spirited documentary filmmaker with gentle eyes and a wild imagination, offered her his spare chair and a tissue. They sat in silence at first, the sound of rain and coffee machines filling the gaps. Then a spilled cup of coffee led to laughter. Then laughter led to stories about her love for structure and stillness and his obsession with chaos and movement. They exchanged numbers. Neither of them knew that a simple act of kindness on a wet morning would be the beginning of something powerful. Maya and David couldn't have been more different. She was order and plans. He was spontaneity and impulse. Yet they found themselves drawn to each other like magnets from opposite poles. They spent weekends exploring hidden parts of Lagos, art galleries, local food joints, film screenings. He made her laugh till her cheeks hurt. She made him see beauty in stillness. But the closer they got, the more their differences surfaced. Maya's family disapproved. Her father, a retired military man, believed David had no stability. He wanted her to marry someone who wore suits, not someone who wore camera straps. David's friends teased him. "You sure she'll fit into your world, bro?" There were arguments. Maya once asked, "Do you even have a 5-year plan?" David retorted, "Do you have a 5-minute soul?" They separated for a while. Silence filled the space where laughter used to live. 6 months passed. Maya immersed herself in work, earning a promotion. David left for a documentary project in Ghana, filming fishermen and their disappearing coastlines. But they couldn't forget each other. Late at night, David would re-watch a video of Maya sketching a building on a napkin. Maya would find herself dialing his number, only to hang up. Then, tragedy struck. Maya's younger brother was involved in an accident. While she sat crying outside the hospital at 2 a.m., a familiar voice whispered, "Maya." It was David. He had seen the news on a mutual friend's page and flown back that night. He sat with her through the night, held her hand in silence. That night reminded them of something simple but profound. Love isn't just laughter and dates. Sometimes, love is presence when it hurts the most. David began to rebuild their bond, slowly. He got a stable job offer as a creative director for a media house in Lagos. Maya started opening up more, breaking down the walls her upbringing built. But the biggest hurdle came when David proposed and Maya's father outright refused. "I built a life so my daughter wouldn't have to struggle," he said. "You will make her suffer." David, with humility, replied, "I would suffer before I let her suffer. I love her enough to fight for her peace." Maya, in tears, stood by him. "Daddy, you taught me to stand by what I believe in. I believe in David." Her father said nothing that night. A month later, he visited David privately and said, "If you ever break her heart, remember I taught her how to fight." David smiled. "Then I guess I'll never have to find out." 2 years after they first met in the rain, Maya and David got married under a garden canopy in Lekki, with white petals falling like blessings. David wore a dark green agbada, a nod to Maya's soaked blazer that rainy morning. Maya's gown had intricate sketches woven into its lace, a tribute to her passion. Their vows were simple. "David, you taught me that stability isn't a job, it's commitment. I promise you mine. Maya, you taught me to breathe, to laugh without planning, and to believe in the unknown. I choose you, every time." As they kissed, thunder rumbled softly in the distance, but this time they weren't running from the rain. They were walking into it, hand in hand, knowing that love may not be perfect, but when it's real, it will always find its way back, beneath the same sky.